Hashem Yisborach. Yom Revi. Parshas Yisro. Shnas Tavshin Ayin Vav. Yeshiva Tiferes Avigdor. Rabbi say, today's Shmuas is perhaps one of the most crucial. It's the key that will help each individual know how to begin to grow and to change in his life. Now, the most important speech in history was written by HaKadosh Baruch Hu b'chvoidoi u'v'atzmo for Moshe Rabbeinu. Hashem served as his speechwriter, and he told Moshe Rabbeinu, I'm going to tell you a speech. These are the points of this speech. Don't add any points. Don't subtract any points. Transmit these points in order for the Yidden to be introduced to Kabbalah Satay. And we've discussed many a time what these points are. I found these points to be extremely fundamental in Kiruv of Rachaikim, because these are the points that brings a person toward Yiddishkeit. Hashem said these points. And Hashem also, it also is a tremendous thing for a person to be mechazik kroivim, to come closer, to be mechazik himself. Now, one of the greatest of the points that Hashem addressed was a very widely publicized excuse. Here's a fellow calls me up recently. He went through the yeshiva system, and then he got married. He decided to become serious. And he learned seriously for 10 years. Then he came back stateside, and he began to seek out a parnasa. And he wants to keep his growth, but like the Sahara tells people, if you're in yeshiva, then you're shaykh to grow. But if you're not in yeshiva, you're working, you can't grow. He's a fellow that wakes up religiously 4:30 in the morning. He has a chavrusa. The fellow that learns Sundays from 8, he wakes up also very, very early, and he learns till like 12:30. But he feels he's not there 100%. Why is he learning the whole day? So there's no excuse. And he has become familiar with his human frailties. And because of that, he's struggling with growth. He realizes he has many things to be misaken. He has a tafkid in this world, and he's afraid that he's not fulfilling his tafkid. Very common. Somebody would ask you and say to you, what is your challenge? You know what you might say? Every single area. There's so many areas. Ben Adam l'Mokayim, Ben Adam l'Chaveiroi, Yisroel. I got everything. What's not my problem? And HaKadosh Baruch Hu, it's difficult. There are difficulties involved. Now what's amazing is that when Hashem told Moshe Rabbeinu to introduce Klal Yisroel, make them forewarned, and make them forearmed. You go into battle, forewarned, they say, is forearmed. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu told Moshe Rabbeinu to address this very Nakuda. And he said as follows. First, I want you to know, tell Klal Yisroel that they're not getting involved in a walk in the park. They're getting involved in a venture of Torah, and Torah demands structure. Torah demands a person live within the confines of law. A person conduct himself positively, not naturally. And Torah teaches a person how to reach your goal for what you came to this world. Yet, and it's going to be challenging. It's going to be a challenge. So I remember when I was Makar of people in Torah, the Torah, I would say to them, I'm not going to lie to you. I want you to know that living a frum life, the way HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants us to live, is not going to be easy for you. Especially since you are not used to it, and it runs counter to what you chose, the way you chose to live your life, or the way you were brought up living, and therefore you're going to be facing challenges. But let me tell you the easy way of how to approach this. In the Pasuk it says as follows. Va'ato, Hashem says in Parshas Yisro, Perek Yud Tes, Pasuk Hey, and now, Im ato im shomoya tishma'u b'koyim. Hashem says, Va'ato, and now. Moshe, he says, tell Klal Yisroel that now, right now, if you will shamoya tishma'u b'koyli, ushemartem es brisi, you will observe my covenant, then you're going to be a treasure to me, mikol ha'amim. You're going to be mamleches koyanim, v'goy kodesh. So Rashi, Shlomi Yitzchaki HaKadosh, did us a great service to shed some light as to what was the message and what was the concern that Hashem was addressing, and how did he address it. And he says like this, Va'ato im shamoya tishmu b'koyim. So Rashi, Va'ato, at now what? Why doesn't it should have said, Im shamoya tishmu b'koyim? What does it mean, Va'ato? So Rashi says, Im ato tikablu aleich. Shamoya over here means mekabel. Remember we told you this week, we learned about 4 different types of shemiyas. There's a shemiya where you hear abba and you're mekabel to do it, you act on the shemiya. There's a shemiya you get overwhelmed and confounded and frightened. There's a shemiya you hear and you detest it. And there's a shemiya you hear and you get angry and you go to war. Im Shemaya means over here, if you're going to be mekabel aleich, Yerav lochem mikan veilach. It's going to be geschmack to you from here and onward. If right now you are makabel upon yourself, it's going to be geschmack for you. Rashi goes on to say, you know why Hashem said this? Hashem said, tell them this. Shekol ascholois koshes. Anybody who begins something new, he finds it difficult in the beginning. But after a while, it becomes easy. So now the question is, what does it mean? The first part of Rashi says, if you're makabel of this upon yourself right now, from now on, it's going to be geschmack. The second part of Rashi says, all haschalos are koshes. That seems like a contradiction. On one hand, you're telling me, be makabel. Makabel, geschmack. On the second part, he's telling me, kol haschalos koshes. Now, you know what I would have thought he would have said? Kol haschalos koshes. But get started with it. And as you get into it, eventually it will become geschmack for you. You will learn to like it. You'll develop a liking to it. That's how Rashi says. Rashi says, now, if you makabel upon yourself right now, it will become geschmack mikan ve'elach. Shekol haschalos koshes. Do we all have this question here? Shlomo had a question? Very important question. Get a question, Enki? The teretz is, where Rashi states this as a kol haschalos are koshes. How do you, to what point are you a maschel? Is it a month? Is it 2 months? Is it years? From when you start doing some undertaking to do something, it's difficult. As long as you're still in haschala stage. When do you go out of haschala stage? What would you say, Eli? At what point, how long do you think a person is considered a maschel? Shlomo?
That's when it starts getting easier.
No, that's not bad. Something's not bad. That's good. No. See, that's what Rashi tells me. Rashi tells me, from the moment you're makabel upon yourself. You're a maschil so long as you're not committed. You're not committed, you're a maschil. You're trying it out. Here's a guy who comes every day in the morning and says, I'm going to try to come to that. You know what he says? It's so hard for me. It's so hard. And it is hard. You know why? Kol haschalos koshes. For some people, they remain a maschil all of their lives. They're a maschil all of their lives. But when you're makabel upon yourself to do something, from that moment on, it becomes geschmack. Psychologically, when a person commits himself to do something, he says, Hareini makabel alai. He gives himself a challenge. And he says, I will do X. And he wants to do X. If he doesn't want to do it, it's nothing. Kabbalah is nothing. He has to decide, I would like to do it. And he has to decide, I'm a kabbalah. I'm in for the, going to do it. You know what happens from that point on? It becomes geschmack. Here's a guy who learns a sugya. Opens a Gemara, and he's challenged. As a young man, I told him how to learn, a style of learning, how he should learn on his own. And I showed him in Mishnah, this is how you learn. Does it make sense? Yes. Is it clear? Yes. Could you emulate that? Yes. Will you do it? No. I said, why not? He said, it's hard. Every Mishnah to do that. I said, I just told you a method. Make a sikum, categorize the Mishnah, make the Mishnah into a klal, a rule, say, what's the dinim, how many dinim are there in this Mishnah? That's not that hard. Not lumdis. Ask yourself, what would I have thought without the Mishnah? Go weiter. Is that hard? And it's a step. You go weiter. Can't do it. You know why? He's trying it out. Kolas, cholas, kashas. That's a chiddush to me also. Anything that's not natural for you, anything, even something that's really be'emes, that's the chiddush of kolas. You know what I would have said? Samas cholas and kashas. Every kolas, cholas, kashas. Every else cholas, kashas. No, it's not true. The answer is no. Kol zman, you're a maschil, I'm going to give you the easiest thing to do. Your mom is going to tell you, take the garbage out. What are you going to say? It's too hard. What's hard? It's not hard. You know why? Because I'll try it. I'll give it a shot. I'll try. I'll have time. I'll try to do it. You're a maschil. Anything that you're a maschil on, it's going to be difficult. Anything that you commit yourself to, to show, commit, from that point on it becomes geshmak. If you see one person learning with geshmak, it's because he's committed. The other guy is struggling, he's learning too, but he's trying. You know, people have told me, I'm trying. That's the problem. You're trying. Trying, you're never going to succeed from trying. Because you're never going to get out of the haschola mode. And therefore it's always going to be cautious. When somebody says, it's a shver to zayin ayid, it doesn't mean he's not trying to be a frum yid. Okay? It means he's trying to be a frum yid. But all he's doing is trying, not committing. There's a young man whose cell phone was a gateway, a shar for this individual to get together. And he struggled, and he struggled, and he struggled. He got involved with something that was terrible. So, I told him, gotta get rid of your cell phone. That's too hard. And I took a walk with him. It was before smartphones. I said to him, no, it's not. It's pretty easy. I said, how? So let me see something. We're walking on Bishop Brog, never forget. So let me see, it's a fancy phone? No. Took the phone, dropped it out of my hand, lifted my foot, and I crushed that phone on Bishop Road. I said, Poi tehei kfurascha. The guy's eyes always fell out of his head. I said, that wasn't hard. That was pretty easy. I said, now I made it easy. You know what? You don't have a phone. Now you have to go and get a phone. Right now, you have no phone problem anymore. It's cured. And you didn't get one. And something which, for years, he was struggling with. Years. And months. And he went to Rabbanim. He went to Yeshivas. And he said, what should I do? We can't help you. We don't tell you. It's the Yitzhar. The Yitzhar has got his jaws in you, his claws in you. Can't help you. I'll cure you in 24 hours. But you got to go over the program. Possible. Very possible. It's a kabbalah. Here's a person that smokes. Tell him, could you stop? I don't think so. In the beginning you say, of course I can. At some point you say, I can't stop it. Okay? Know why you can't? Because you're just trying it. Being makabel, not to smoke for 30 days, you won't have any problem. Be makabel, commit, even for a week. And then commit another week. And then commit another week. You know what's going to happen? It's going to be geschmack for you. You're going to feel good about it. Now when a person's trying, it's amazing. A person's trying to quit smoking, you know what happens? They complain, I can't. I remember one guy thought, I can't go to the bathroom anymore. I said, what? I never saw them sell cigarettes in the X-Lax section. In that section of the next X-Lax. They sell them in front of the pharmacy. They're trying to get your money. And I'm telling them, no, to me this is my money. And I can't sleep. said, the only thing you won't be able to do, you won't be able to smell terrible. If you smoke, you smell terrible. If you don't smoke, you won't smell terrible. That will be the only thing you won't be at. So, people have told me, oh, I need a beer. I need beer. You need a beer? What are you, a dove? What are you, a beer? What are you, an animal? What kind of shit you need beer? You wanted beer. You were macabre to drink beer. So that became your commitment. This is a tremendous thing. Because every single one of us in this room could change his life instantly and find it enjoyable. You know what it means? Make it come up. A fellow came to me a few weeks ago and he says, I'm going down. How bad am I? I said, I consider you, basically, you're on the train to becoming fried. He said to me, it's interesting. I'm not going to argue with you. I said, I'm happy. I appreciate that. Most people argue with me. I said, you're going downhill so bad. Your mama's, I see you coming from. I said, what happened to me? What happened to me? I was bechazik myself. I climbed the mountain. What happened to me? What happened? I said, you let things slide. He said, what should I do now? I said, be macabre. Make a Kabbalah and put teeth in the Kabbalah. Make a Kabbalah and put teeth in the Kabbalah. He said, okay, I will do it. He said, what does that mean? I got to put my mashkin, right? I said, a mashkin is teeth for you. Put up a mashkin is teeth. There's a Kabbalah, but you use nothing. Your commitments are garnished. You don't even mean, you could swear to stack of 7 diaries that you don't get. Because you know what? Under your breath, you always mutter, believe nether. Well, one guy told me, I was thinking believe nether. I wasn't having a kavanah to make a new one. So you know what a commitment is, my friend? I don't want to make a commitment is a decision. I'm going to do something. You know what happens? It becomes hard. Here's a fellow who comes to the Chavetz Chaim. A bocher in a chicker, and he starts to jump on the Chavetz Chaim board. And he's driving the Chavetz Chaim bananas. And they pull him off. It's a chutz from Chavetz Chaim. And the guy says, no. What does he want? He wants a bracha. What does he want? He wants a haftacha from the Chavetz Chaim that the Chavetz is going to share Gan Eden with the Chavetz Chaim. Yeah? Must have been as his cousin. But you want to get an easy trip somewhere. Well, an easy trip. Yeah, people are shaking their head, they talk stupid. Okay, so the Chavetz Chaim wasn't matching. You know what the Chavetz Chaim said? You got a deal. Be makabel, you're not going to talk Lashon Hara. Now, Chavetz Chaim gave me that offer. I think I sew my mouth up. I think I'd have my tongue removed. I would do anything. Well, the guy couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. You know what the Chavetz Chaim said? Alois, get rid of it. The guy had an opportunity. Chavetz Chaim gave him opportunity. You got to with it. And he wouldn't be Makati. He said it's too hard. In the Shikras, it was too hard. You know what happened? Zero. What a mistake. Oh, why? You know why? It was too hard. That was too hard. I believe it was too hard. Everybody was too hard. You know why? You're not Makati. But if anybody ever did a machsem lefi, if you ever decided, I'm going to start by 20 minutes a day or a half hour a day, I'm not going to talk Lashon Hara. It's not that. As a matter of fact, you even find it challenging. It's geschmack. I called out to the Saris, this is my time, I don't talk now. I said, you don't do that. So that's geschmack. Many people told me this. I remember the first time I did it, I said, oh, got geschmack. Right now I can't hit it. Right now I can't hit it. That doesn't mean come back in 20 minutes, I want to hear it. It means Baruch Hashem, I was saved, I was challenged now. You know what I mean? Baruch Hashem, my best challenge. So you got to be makabel. Because Kol you're not you're makabel. Let's say a guy's makabel for 20 minutes, half hour, he's not to Lashon Hara. But the rest of the day, he finds it challenging. You know why? He's a master. And the rest of the day, he's just trying. That's the secret. A guy who makes a Kabbalah is going to wake up in the morning. A Kabbalah. I'm going to wake up in the morning. It's not going to be hard. It's going to be geschmack, and he's going to find it easy. When you see a guy who doesn't do it, he's not makabel. He never wants to be. He wasn't makabel, He's not a roitza l'kabel. He's mufka minei ubei. He has no interest. Kiyu zekla. Gan Eden for him, no shaykhs. No shaykhs. It's sure. You know how easy it is for a person to break himself? For years, you would have asked me, when I was his age, you would ask me, could I wake up in the morning? I said, not child. Not child. Yeah, and that was, you know, at Yisroel and Briscoe, they didn't have to wake up. There was never matzah over there. There was mamish, shtickle have care, shtickle matzah. In those days, they didn't have tefillah in yeshiva. Everybody davened, each yashem, bein vyasa. So you do what you want. You had to be a mamish, emes yori shemayim. And a guy who had made a Kabbalah before him. And I definitely hadn't. I was a guy who came to davening generally. Because I really didn't want to, and then I didn't come. I never made a commitment. I came because it was socially acceptable. Time to say yeshiva, she wanted me to come, okay, I'll come. Not because I really wanted to be there. But I remember struggling with the fact that I got to make a Kabbalah. I got to be Makabel. And I remember going through my mind back and forth and struggling. Like, should I make this Kabbalah? It's going to work. It's not going to work. How long will it work for? Tried for a week. I tried this. And I saw, as soon as I was Makabel, it wasn't a problem. It wasn't a problem. I was shocked. It worked. That's the secret of Kabbalah. I tell people, you're not from? Okay. Be Makabel to do one mitzvah. But that's a Kabbalah. Not you're going to try it. Don't give me stories, I'm trying it. Be Makabel, I'm telling you, you're going to enjoy it. You're going to enjoy this mitzvah. And that is Rabbi saying, the secret of all growth. When a guy tells you I have so much problem, like one guy says, I'm the laziest guy in the whole world. So what? I thought I had the monopoly in that. Who says you have mechtes, you have the monopoly? Who gave you the monopoly in that? I thought I'm the laziest guy in the world. Mechtes. What I don't want to do, I'm the laziest guy in the world. Now for what you want to do, you're not the laziest guy in the world. That's where life's missing. Kabbalah, Hashem says, Torah is not hard. Haschola Satorah. Kashas. Hashem said to Moshe, tell the Yidlach, tell the Kindlach, I'm going to give them the secret of how they can get past the Kash. A person could learn Tiferes and it not be hard for him. He doesn't have to look at Avram Schwartz and say, if I was Avram Schwartz, and then I wouldn't have Russian law. But I'm not. I'm a normal guy. I'm in service. I don't want to go to the Bismarck. I understand. He's Makabel. Guys, Makabel, then the guy wants to do a job. Just make it Kabbalah. Now, when it comes to Kabbalahs, you've got to be honest with yourself. Honest with yourself means make it Kabbalah that you can handle. You can't be Makabel to come to davening on time and then set your alarm clock for 7 minutes before Smanat Tefillah. That's like saying, I'm going to fly a helicopter, Lurakia, you know what I mean? That's called relying on the fact they're going to bring the minion to you in your bed, under your covers. It's not shy. It's absolutely not shy. You make a Kabbalah, make a commitment, do it. You're going to become a different person, and you'll enjoy it. Hashem's going to show us someday. When it says the Yitzhahara, loss of love is when it comes to the Yitzhahara, it says. And the Yitzhahara is going to show us, Hashem's going to show the Yitzhahara what his challenge was, how big his Yitzhahara was. He's going to show him it was a little string of a spider string. Boom, that's it. It was so hard. It was so hard. No, you didn't make a Kabbalah. You're a master. You always try. So it was for you, it was kashas. You made it kashas. You created the kashi. You made it kashi. Now, I want to tell you something. Kashi and challenging is different. It doesn't mean Taisus becomes easy, you learn how to learn. No, it doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean Gemara becomes like reading an article in the paper. No, it doesn't mean that. It means it's going to be challenging, but you can enjoy that challenge. You're going to enjoy the challenge. Take me a guy, show me a young man who learned the keys. A Bachar who's learning the keys. Tell him to learn be a gear. You can't. Not check. I'll tell you, it's too hard to me. And I look at a guy like that and think, how could you learn like that? You're not even learning. You're not even thinking, you're not even getting one bit. That's no fun. There's no fun, there's no enjoyment, there's no yagiyah. Where does that have a HaRav? From reading up the Gemara, what kind of reading, what kind of enjoyment is that? The guy said, I can't do it. You know why? Because he wasn't makabel. The second the guy is makabel, and he chaps, there's no other way, he's got to do it, the person becomes geschmack for the guy. He enjoys the challenge. That's what happens. And you realize, you might say, if you do this for 30 days, make everybody today, make a small couple. Make a small couple. Be makabel something. Why not? It's not El. It's a little left to Shvat, Yud Ches Shvat. Okay. Make a couple. But Yud Ches Adar, you'll be a different person. Take a small area. Maybe I can make a suggestion or something. Small area. Hidden makabel olai. I'm going to do this one area, one thing. That's all. Is that hard? Here's a person who would like to train himself in the Igeris Ramban. When does he start? 3 times a day. Let him talk to somebody with respect and let him count, pause before he answers. Whenever he answers somebody, instead of snotting the guy out, let him think 1, 2, 3, and then answer. 3 times a day, not a hard thing. You got to keep chesed. When you do something like that, it's not in your regular schedule. So wake up in the morning is in your regular schedule. But do something like that, you have to keep a chesed. No, little notebook, little pad, you're right. Check, check, check. And if you didn't do it, you go do it right now. That's how you do it. You're a different person. You are actually going to be a totally different person. Take a small Kabbalah in an area that you are weak in. And I'm telling you, you're going to have the key to changing and enjoying the changing throughout your entire lifetime. And then anytime you want to make a readjustment, if you fall off the train, you get back on the train, you Kabbalah again. And you go from one Kabbalah, that's Kabbalah. The sad thing is people in Kabbalah will go to kindergarten. And they're going to stay in kindergarten all their life. Keep on Kabbalah kindergarten over again. That's not fun. That's not fun to do kindergarten over again. You want to go to 1st grade, the 2nd grade, the 3rd grade. You want to up the challenges, up the ante, you want to make it happen. Person does, as Shabbat say, you're going to be Matzliach. Now we're going to figure out if Klal Yisroel accept this. That's the beginning.